So here we have a compost heap in my dad's backyard. Again, we are in Woodford's. I've been throwing old vegetables in here for about 6 months. You're supposed to turn it over, but I haven't yet because I was waiting to shoot this video for you guys. So for compost, don't put any animal products in here. Eggs are okay because their shells have calcium, which is good for plants. But no meat, no fat, no oil, no butter, just vegetable scraps. So I'm gonna dig this up and turn it over. So as you can see, as I start to dig this up, it'll all mix together and become a nice, dark, nutrient-rich soil. There are some examples of things you can compost in here. We have watermelon. We have celery. We have coffee grounds and coffee filters. They'll break down. A turnip, onions, tomato, some old mushrooms, an avocado, and more. Okay, so I've mixed it all up with a shovel. It still has some breaking down to do because technically after each time you dump your compost, your kitchen scraps, you're supposed to turn it over. So keep a shovel nearby and add your scraps and then bury them in soil in your little pit. If you continue to do this, the soil will just become darker and richer and infused with all the nutrients from these vegetable scraps. Then you can add it to soil in your garden and it will feed your plants naturally. I'm also going to compost these old flowers. Also, if you're in a dry area like Woodford's, it couldn't hurt to give your compost some water. That's the old funky water from the flowers. And then turn it over. Another thing about your compost pile is you want it to be a good distance from your house. Oftentimes, the vegetable scraps will attract critters like squirrels or bunnies. So if you don't want those things in your yard, keep the compost far from your house. Or you can always get a compost bucket or bin. Housing may have compost barrels available where you put them in a big black barrel and you put a little soil in there and you just rotate it every time you add your compost. So let's mix these flowers in and the water in and see what happens. This is a compost bucket. You can buy one for $20 on the internet or at a store near you. This is nice because it has a charcoal filter which helps keep down the funky smell of your kitchen scraps and vegetables. If you don't want to buy a bucket, which is totally fine, you can use almost anything like this Tupperware. Just keep it next to your sink, and when you're cooking or preparing fruits and vegetables, you can put the trimmings and the scraps in here. Keep the lid on and dump it at the end of the day. If you keep it in your kitchen too long, it'll start to rot and stink, so you want to dump it into the ground as soon as you can.